You probably know Mike Tyson, right? One of the greatest boxers of all time in the late 90s. He was unstoppable. I mean, absolutely unstoppable. During his career, he made over $400 million, $400 million. And what did he do with it? Mansions, exotic tigers, a fleet of luxury cars, and a $2 million bathtub. Yeah, a bathtub. But by 2003, he was bankrupt, not just broke, bankrupt. $23 million in debt. Now, pause for a second. How does someone make $400 million and still end up negative? And here's an even better question. Why do some people earning $50,000 a year retire comfortably while others making $300,000 struggle? I recently read a book called The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. And honestly, it completely shifted how I think about wealth. Let's start with something uncomfortable. You are not fully in control. I know that's not what motivational videos usually tell you. We love to believe that if we work hard enough, grind daily, wake up at 5 a.m., make the right decisions, success is guaranteed. But that's not how the real world works. Luck and risk, they play a much bigger role than we're comfortable admitting. Let me give you an example. Back in high school, Bill Gates had a best friend named Kent Evans. Both of them were insanely smart, obsessed with computers, huge dreams. They wanted to build something big together, but before graduation, Kent died in a mountaineering accident, just like that. His story ended. Meanwhile, Bill Gates went on to become, well, Bill Gates. Now, here's something most people forget. Bill Gates happened to attend one of the very few high schools in the 1960s that had access to a computer at a time when computers were rare. That one opportunity gave him a massive head start. Did he work hard? Of course. Was he brilliant? Absolutely. But if he was born in a different place, different time, different school, maybe things look very different. See, when we look at successful people, we focus on what they did. They worked hard, they took risks, they believed in themselves. And we think, okay, if I copy that, I'll succeed too. But we ignore the invisible factors: timing, access, connections, random chance. The same thing happens with failure. Take Jesse Livermore, one of the greatest stock traders ever. He made millions, lost it all, made it back again, lost it again. And then the Great Depression wiped him out completely. Was he stupid? No. Was he unlucky at times? Yes. Here's the lesson. Success is never 100% skill. Failure is never 100% stupidity. That doesn't mean you give up and blame luck for everything. No, it means you stay humble when you win and compassionate when you lose, because there are forces in life you simply cannot control. What you can control is how you position yourself. Stay consistent, avoid reckless risk, and most importantly, stay in the game. Now let's move to something most people misunderstand. Getting rich and staying rich are two completely different skills. We love stories of fast success. The entrepreneur who turns a garage startup into a billion-dollar empire, the trader who makes millions overnight, the influencer who suddenly explodes. But here's the part nobody talks about. A lot of them lose it because getting wealthy requires risk. You have to bet on yourself, take bold leaps, do things others are scared to do. Jeff Bezos quit a stable Wall Street job to sell books online. Elon Musk invested almost all his PayPal money into Tesla and nearly went broke. That level of risk, that's what creates explosive growth. But here's where things go wrong. Once people make money, they keep playing the same aggressive game. They over leverage. They assume money will keep flowing forever. They chase bigger and bigger wins, and eventually it collapses. Because staying wealthy requires something completely different: humility, patience, restraint. Warren Buffett once said he focuses more on avoiding losses than chasing gains. He doesn't invest in hype. He doesn't gamble on trends. He plays defense. And that's why he's been wealthy for over 60 years. The goal isn't just to make money once. The goal is to never have to start over. That requires survival. and survival and is underrated.